Kayce Dutton is finally free from the weight of the Dutton name, and he's getting his own show. And you know what? Among all the upcoming Yellowstone spinoffs, Why Marshals is the only one that has 3 exclusive clips. So we're probably going to have this one first. So let's see all the cast and plot details, as well as release date and trailer update, shall we? Let's start with the cast, because Kayce might have broken free from the Duttons, but we still have a few characters from Yellowstone who will keep that Yellowstone vibe going in the show. Besides Luke Grimes, we'll have Gil Birmingham and Mo Brings Plenty back as Thomas Rainwater and Mo. So I believe they'll be the connection we have for the Dutton land. In the first episode, we might get to see how they live in the land and what happened after Kayce sold them the land. And I'm really excited to see how things turned out for the reservation. Now, what about Kayce's family? Well, Brecken Merrill is confirmed to return as Kayce's son, Tate, who had almost no spotlight whatsoever in Yellowstone, especially in the final season, even though he's the very last generation of Duttons. So in Why Marshals, I expect that to change, especially after learning that Kelsey Asbill won't be in the show. Yeah, her return is still not confirmed. And the rumor has it that Monica's absence will be explained in the show. There are a few ways they can explain her absence, and one of them is divorce, but I gotta say, that would make absolutely 0 sense. Kayce and Monica were dying to live on their own, and now that they got the chance they've been looking forward to, I don't see them getting a divorce. You know, another thing might be a vacation, a new job opportunity, and while it's cheesy, it would be all right. Still, the way Kayce speaks in the exclusive clips, saying he's finding a new path for himself, has its own emotional weight. And I can't help but thinking it's something bigger than losing the Dutton land and building a new life. All right, I'm calling it. Monica is dead. Yeah, I know. I love Monica so much and I don't want her to die, but think about it. If Monica dies, it would mean that Kayce would have to take care of Tate on his own. Well, besides the reservation's help, and he would also have to find a new path in life, such as joining the U.S. Marshals to make some money, as well as to get a bit distracted from the grief. Sadly, it makes perfect sense, but I just hope I'm wrong. Now, let's take a look at the fresh faces. Here we have Ash Santos as Andrea and Ariel Keppel as Belle. They'll be Kayce's teammates, and if Monica is truly gone, then one of these women will be his love interest for sure. Another member of Kayce's team will be Miles, played by Tatanka Means. Since he's Native American, I feel like he might become Kayce's best friend, who may eventually end up giving the amazing advice Kayce might need about Tate or Monica's death. We have 2 more, Brett Cullen as Harry and Logan Marshall Green as Pete Calvin. Brett will be the head of Montana's U.S. Marshals, and I feel like Kayce might have some problems with him. You know, Kayce, he's not that bad with authority, but he's also a grown man who's trying to find his own way in life. So Harry might criticize Kayce's way of handling things, or even force him to do something he doesn't want. No matter what, I expect some tension between these two. And Pete, he's Kayce's old military friend who I believe will enlighten us about Kayce's days in the Navy back in the day. So far, what we know is that this will be a procedural show on CBS, which means we'll have different storylines going on in each episode, and I'm really excited for it. But when can we watch it? Well, it was announced that Why Marshals will debut in 2026 as a mid-season replacement. In October, filming was still underway, and the show is scheduled to premiere in spring of 2026. While it's too soon for a trailer, we're having really short exclusive clips, and I think CBS will keep doing that. I expect them to drop a full trailer a month before the actual release though. What do you think about this new spinoff? Let's discuss in the comments below. And if you want to know all the details on Beth and Rip spinoff, watch this video next.